You meet someone who is actually kind to you. They text back fast, ask if you got home safe, remember tiny things you said, make real plans instead of vague, we should hang, and when they ask how you feel, they actually listen. And your brain goes, meh. You sit with your friend and say the cursed line. I do not know, they are really sweet, but there is just no spark. They are nice, but it feels kind of boring. Cut to the other character, a walking red flag who replies whenever they feel like it, swings from obsessed to vanished, and flirts in a way that feels half real, half game. Now your nervous system is wide awake. You check your phone every few seconds, analyze every word and every silence, feel sick and electrified at the same time. You tell your friend, I do not know what it is, but there is just something about them. We have so much chemistry. My heart drops into my stomach every time they text me. Welcome back to Simply Chaos, the channel for people whose type is emotionally unavailable with a good playlist. Today we are talking about why healthy love feels boring, also known as the roller coaster trap, because sometimes your heart is not chasing romance, it is chasing adrenaline. Let us start with the word that ruins everything: chemistry. You have been trained to believe that chemistry is that intense rush when you talk to someone, the stomach flip, the sweaty hands, the cannot eat, cannot sleep, but can obsessively stalk their social media for hours feeling. Movies and shows told you that when you meet your person, your body will freak out. Time slows, music swells, your heart races. So when that happens in real life, you think, ah, yes, this must be love. Here is the annoying truth. Half the time, that is not love. That is your nervous system screaming, hey, this person is unpredictable and reminds me of every unsafe situation I have ever been in. But sure, let us call it butterflies. From the outside, that roller coaster looks fun, big drop, big high, screaming, laughing, feeling alive. From the inside, your brain is in fight or flight mode the entire time. You do not actually relax around them. You are constantly trying to read the weather. Are they in a good mood? Are they pulling away? Did you say too much? Did you say too little? You wake up and check your phone to see if you still exist in their world. Your day is either a great day because they texted back or a terrible day because they did not. Is that chemistry? Or is that anxiety with lipstick? Now let us talk about the nice person, the one who texts back consistently, the one who says they like you, and then behaves like they actually meant it. The one who does not make you guess all the time. Your body does not freak out around them. No dramatic drops, no constant panic. It is more like a park bench than a roller coaster. You sit, you talk, you breathe, you feel. Okay. And because okay does not feel like the movies, your brain whispers, this is kind of boring, right? Where is the spark? Why am I not losing my mind over them? Here is where it gets messy. If you grew up around chaos, your nervous system learned that love comes with noise. Maybe you had a home where people yelled a lot, where affection came and went, where some days you were the favorite and some days you were invisible. Maybe you had to earn affection by being useful, quiet, funny, impressive. Love never felt like a soft place to land. Love felt like a test you might fail at any moment. So now, when you meet someone calm, your body does not recognize it as love. It recognizes it as unfamiliar, and unfamiliar feels uncomfortable. Peace does not give you the rush you are addicted to. No crisis to fix, no mystery to decode, no emotional puzzle to solve at 3 in the morning. Just someone who likes you and says that and means it. You sit there like, so what am I supposed to do? Just be happy? Consistently? With no drama? What do I even do with all my extra overthinking? Here is the wild part. You are not actually bored. You are in withdrawal. You have been feeding your nervous system chaos for so long that calm feels like nothing. Your brain is used to gasoline and someone finally hands you a glass of water. You look at the water like, ew, lame, no flavor, no fire. Meanwhile, you are over there chugging emotional gasoline like, now this is passion. Of course, the fiery person feels more exciting. You never know where you stand with them. Every tiny sign feels huge. One good night with them hits harder than 10 stable days with someone else. That unpredictability gives your brain a hit of adrenaline every time. Your heart is not a hopeless romantic. It is a chaos addict. Somewhere along the way, you built this internal script. Love is supposed to hurt a little. You have to fight for it. If it is too easy, it is not real. So when someone healthy shows up, your brain throws a tantrum. They are too available. They are too into you. They text back too fast. They actually listen. Instead of seeing that as respect, your fear calls it clingy, cringy, boring. Because if they are easy to read, you lose your favorite coping mechanism, over-analyzing. Now you cannot spend hours decoding their last 3 messages because there is nothing to decode. They said what they meant, and without all that noise, you are left in a quiet room with your own feelings. That is the part that truly scares you. Let us talk about that moment inside your chest that you keep calling spark. Picture this. Inside you, there is a little fire alarm. When someone treats you in a way that feels familiar and unsafe, the alarm goes off. Your heart races. Your stomach twists. Your hands shake a bit. This is your body saying, warning, this feels like the past. This feels like inconsistency. This feels like danger. But because every story you grew up with told you that love is supposed to be intense and dramatic, you reinterpret that alarm as chemistry. You think, I cannot stop thinking about them. My heart will not calm down. I must be obsessed. It must be fate. The truth is softer and less romantic. Your body is panicking, and you learned to call that passion. Healthy love feels different. Your heart still beats faster sometimes. You still get excited. But underneath the excitement is a sense of safety. You feel like you can say the wrong thing and the connection will not shatter. You feel like you can have a bad day and they will not disappear. You feel like you are allowed to rest. The problem is, your brain has not had enough of that feeling to trust it yet. Think about the first time you tried black coffee. No sugar, no milk, just bitter. You probably thought, why do people like this? This tastes like burnt sadness. But then you keep trying it in small doses. And one day your brain goes, wait, this is kind of nice. This kind of makes things better. Healthy love is like that. At first your system is like, where are the dramatic highs and lows? Where is the jealousy? Where is the hot and cold chase that makes me feel half dead and half immortal? But over time, the quiet starts to feel good. Predictability starts to feel soothing. You realize that not having to constantly chase reassurance is actually attractive. So what do you do with all of this? Besides rethinking every crush you have ever had. First, stop treating your fear as truth. The voice that says, I am not attracted to them because they are too nice, is often the same voice that called emotionally dangerous people your soulmates. Instead of asking, do I feel fireworks? Try asking, do I feel safe? Can I be myself around them? Do I like who I am when I am with them? Second, give healthy people more time than 1 or 2 dates. When you are used to chaos, your attraction system is glitchy. It might not light up immediately for someone stable. That does not mean there is nothing there. Sometimes you need a few slow hangs, a few normal conversations, a few small moments of showing up, for your nervous system to exhale and say, oh, this is what it feels like when I am not on edge. Third, stop romanticizing your anxiety. Your heart racing because you do not know if they even like you is not a sign of deep connection. It is a sign that your sense of worth is wrapped around their attention. Your stomach dropping when they finally text back after ignoring you is not proof of destiny. It is your body crashing from a spike of stress. You deserve a love that does not feel like waiting for a notification to decide your value for the day. Fourth, get honest about what you have been calling your type. If your type is people who make you feel unsure, if your type is people you have to chase, if your type is people who treat you better when they are scared to lose you and worse when they feel safe, your type is not a preference. Your type is a pattern, and patterns are just stories your nervous system keeps repeating because they are familiar. You are not cursed to always love the wrong people. You are just very fluent in chaos and less fluent in calm. Good news. Languages can be relearned. Here is what that might look like in real life. You meet someone who is green flag coded. They text when they say they will, they show up on time, they ask follow-up questions, they do not flood you with love bombing one day and vanish the next. Your brain shrugs and says, I do not feel obsessed, so this must not be it. Instead of ghosting them because there is no immediate drama, you tell yourself, maybe the feeling I am waiting for is not chemistry, it is anxiety. Maybe I am allowed to try something different. You keep texting, you keep talking. You notice how your body feels after interacting with them. Do you sleep better or worse? Do you feel ugly and frantic, or seen and calm? At the same time, you start saying no to roller coasters. You stop giving endless chances to people who only show up when you threaten to leave. You stop chasing replies from someone who has already shown you that consistency is not their thing. You stop calling red flags your standards. Healthy love will still challenge you. You will still fight. You will still get annoyed and misunderstand each other. But the foundation is different. Conflict does not feel like the world is ending. It feels like two humans trying to figure something out. You do not feel like you have to beg to be chosen every single day. Here is the hardest part. You will probably grieve your old type. You will miss the highs. You will miss the rush of a risky text. You will miss that feeling when someone finally gives you attention after starving you of it. But you will not miss the lows. The days of feeling physically sick because you do not know where you stand. The hours spent stalking who they follow and what they like. The way you slowly shrank yourself, trying to be whatever would keep them interested. The roller coaster looks exciting until you realize you have been riding it for years and you are exhausted and you never actually get off. The bench in the park looks boring until you realize you can breathe there. You can read a book. You can watch the world go by. You can sit next to someone and be quiet and still feel loved. This is simply chaos. If you have ever said, I hate drama, but somehow all your love stories are written in all caps. If you have ever broken up with someone healthy because you were waiting to feel something louder. If you have ever called panic chemistry and stability boring, this episode is for you. You are not broken for wanting more than bare minimum. You are not weak for wanting passion. But you deserve a kind of passion that does not destroy your nervous system in the process. Healthy love might never give you the same rush as chasing someone who does not want to be caught. What it gives you instead is space to actually have a life outside of fixing and proving and performing. You are allowed to choose the bench over the roller coaster. You are allowed to sit with the discomfort of peace until it feels like home. You are allowed to let your spark be curiosity, safety, warmth, instead of fear dressed up as destiny. If any part of this made your brain glitch a little, you know what to do. Like the video? Drop a comment about the wildest roller coaster you mistook for love. And subscribe to Simply Chaos for more gently savage reality checks about modern love and why you are not as doomed as your For You page might suggest. And maybe after this, when someone kind texts you back quickly and makes an actual plan instead of sending you a vague maybe sometime. Instead of saying this feels boring, try asking yourself, is this what safe might feel like before I get used to it?